Hello friends, in this video I am going to show you how you can build a mail server using MailCow. MailCow is an open source mailing solution that you can use to build your self-hosted SMTP server. MailCow is loaded with lots of features, and the best thing about MailCow is that you can install it on Docker, and therefore it is very easy to install, and also it provides you very nice modern user interface for both customers and server administration. So let's get started with MailCow installation. So now coming to my computer screen, here you can see I already have prepared one article for you so that you can follow it along with installation. So first of all, coming to requirement for MailCow mail server is that you need a domain name and a VPS or cloud, and it must have minimum of 6 GB of RAM. And obviously I am going to use Contabo for this demonstration because it allows port 25. I have also prepared a list of VPS provider which gives you open port 25. So if you let me scroll down, and here you can see that I have prepared list of few popular VPS provider which is providing open port 25 as of now. So, and also I will be adding more VPS provider in this list. Alright, so coming back to MailCow. So now you have a domain name and VPS ready. Make sure that you install Ubuntu 20.04 on your VPS. And then next step is to set up a DNS. So let's log into domain registrar, and in my case it's a Namecheap. If it's different in your case, then you can make changes according to the guide. So let me first log in. Alright, so this is my domain, and today I'll be working with inlearn.in, and I'll go to advanced DNS, and here it is saying that you need to create 4 set of records. So let's begin. First of all, mail, and let me delete all records first. Alright, so one record mail, and you have to, in value you have to paste your IP address, your server IP address. So let me copy it and then I'll paste it here. After that I'll save it. Note, in a host you have to enter mail. Here you can see I have clearly mentioned. Now you need to create a CNAME record. So let's add new record and then CNAME. In host I'll copy auto discover. Alright, and in value you can see it's a mail.yourdomain.com. so I'll type mail.inlearn.in. Alright, so after that I'll save it, and then next is auto config. So let me create one more CNAME record, and here auto config. Alright, and then save it. And next you have to create MX record, and for that here you can see that I already have MX record. Just in case you don't know how to create, I'll show it to you. So you can click on add new record @ and then in value you have to type mail.yourdomain.com, and then the priority has to be 10. So here you can set the priority and save it. Alright, so now all the records are in place. It's time to begin with installation of MailCow. So first of all you have to install Docker. Actually I already have written one separate article for installation of Docker, and I'll put the link of both the tutorial, this one and the installation of Docker, and all those used in this video in the description. So now if you want to know what is Docker and how it works, then you can read this article. What I am going to do is to scroll down, and here you can see how to install Docker. So now to install Docker you need to first of all, obviously connect to remote server. So let me open PuTTY, and for those who don't know how to connect to a remote server, I have one additional article written, and I'll put the link in the description. Alright, so let me get the IP address. Alright, so you will get this security alert, and here you have to type username root, and then you have to copy the password. So let me get the password. Alright, seems like I am using different password, so give me a moment, I'll reset the password. Alright, now password is set, basically reset. So let me go back to the article, and then let me open the PuTTY first. Next step is to install MailCow, and in that you need to install a Docker first. So I already have discussed installation of Docker in separate article, and we are going to follow that. So this article tells you everything about Docker and why it is being used and how you can use it. So it's up to you to read this article, and I am just going to scroll down, and I'll continue from here how to install Docker. So first of all, you have to update the package, and for that I'll execute this command. Alright, then you have to execute the next command to set up Docker repository, and then let's get ready with the next command. Alright, so next step is to check your distribution name, which is completely optional. So let me just show it to you. It's nothing, it will tell you the distribution name, and in my case it's a Focal. And then you have to add repository and install Docker. So let's execute this command to add the repository. Now it's done. It's time to update the software package once again, and finally this command will install Docker on your system. So execute it, and now it's going to ask you permission, and it's it could take some time, but let me come back to this article. Now after installation you can verify whether Docker is installed correctly or not, and for that you have to execute this command, and it will give you this result. So let's copy this command and wait for this installation to finish. You can also search on Google how to install Docker. I mean Docker install, and if you type Ubuntu you will find the guide here, and you can either follow this guide or you can follow mine. It's both are basically same. Here you will get a few more options, and depending on your operating system you can select those options. So this could be confusing for you, so therefore I have this article written. You can follow this. Anyway, let's wait for this installation to complete. After Docker has been successfully installed, next step would be to install MailCow, and after that you will get this type of login, and this will be the MailCow admin interface, and you will able to log in like this. This will be your webmail, and you have to do final DNS configuration, and so let me check whether it's done. No, it's still under process. Alright, so it's done now, and obviously the next step is to verify whether installation is successful or not. I mean it is installed correctly or not. So here you can see hello from Docker, and this message shows that your installation appears to be working correctly. So you can now proceed to next step, and that is to install Docker Compose. And for that you have to copy this line of command. Alright, and after that you have to update the permission to binary, and finally you can test the installation by typing docker compose -- version. So you can see that 1.29.1 is installed at this time, and now Docker has been successfully and Docker Compose both are successfully installed. It's time to install MailCow. So for that you need to execute this command. So let's do it. Alright, so seems like there is some issue. I mistakenly typed here yum. This happens sometimes. Basically it should be apt. Yum is for CentOS operating system, and for Ubuntu it has to be apt. So let me type apt, and I'll update this article, and then go to cd/opt, and finally copy this command to pull up the MailCow from GitHub. And next you have to change the working directory, and finally you have to execute this bin file, and this will do the magic. So now here I haven't set the server host name, so this is asking to set the host name. So what I am going to type mail.inlearn.in. After that I'll press enter. Then this will ask you the time zone, so I will type Asia and then Kolkata, and after that it will do few things, and you can see like finally it reached it to this state, and then you have to execute this command, which is docker compose pull, and now you have to wait for all data to be pulled on your server. And alright, now installation of MailCow is complete, and in the meantime I also have updated this article to include apt instead of yum, and also I have included command to set up the host name. And after installation is complete, okay, we were here. Basically before executing this command, if you like to make any changes in configuration file, you can do so. So basically I didn't make any change in default configuration file. Here you can see like host name and the database name, database user, database password, database root. So here you can make all those changes before executing this command. So I executed this command beforehand. So if you want to continue with default settings, no problem. You may not do any changes in the configuration file. And here you can also see like SMTP port, SMTPS port, submission port, and everything, and time zone like I set just now, which was Asia Kolkata. And then you can have all those settings here. You can just go through it, or you can simply skip it. It's up to you. I am just showing you this part so that if you want to make any changes, you can do it to yourself. And now this docker pull is complete, and here you can see that all steps are complete, and it's green. Next is to run the compose, and for that I'll copy this command and execute it. And Now you can see output something like this, and once again here you will see all green appearing. Next, you might have to open port if firewall is running on your server. So let me see whether firewall is running or not, and for that I'll type service UFW status. So now you can see firewall is running. So what I am going to do is to copy this command and execute it. So it's saying that you must specify TCP or UDP. So seems like I haven't mentioned TCP here. Alright, so basically not like that. It has to be like this. Alright, so now you can see like rules updated for both IP version 4 and version 6. Now it's time to go to the browser and open https mail.yourdomain.com. So let's open it, and obviously replace yourdomain.com with inlearn.in or your domain name, and then it will ask you for password and username. So now here you can see password is admin and username is admin and password is Muhu. So let's type that admin and Muhu. Alright, so now this is the admin interface of MailCow, and it's very nicely organized. Now first of all, what you would want to do is to edit the admin and set the password. So you can either generate the password or type, it's up to you, and then you can also enable two-factor authentication, and here you have few more options, and you can further add administrator here, and you can also add domain administrator. Now what I am going to do is to go to configuration and then mail setup. Now here you can see there is no domain at all. So first of all I am going to add domain, and here I'll type inlearn.in, and then if you like to type any description you can type it, and you can make changes in these fields as well. After that here you can have like relay options, relay this domain, relay all recipients. So, and finally you have add domain only and add domain and restart SOGO. Here you can also like create rate limit for this particular domain. So what I am going to do is to let the default settings as it is, and then I'll simply add domain and restart SOGO. So it will ask you to wait. Coming back to tutorial, here after adding domain you can go to, like, first of all you have to add domain, and then you have to add mailbox, and then you can go to this domain to access mailbox. So now domain is added. I'll go to mailboxes, and then I'll click add mailbox, and here I'll type my name, and again here you have to type full name. So yeah, after that password. So let me type it, and then the status, whether active, inactive, and after that click add. So now to access mailbox you have to go to your host name, which is mail.yourdomain, and then SOGO. So I'll type SOGO, and you will see this nice green screen, and here you have to type Alright, and then the password. Now you can see I am able to log in, and this is the user interface. You can see the date and inbox, draft, send, trace, and everything. Now coming back to this article, we are yet to finish. Next step is to do the final DNS configuration, and that is to add few records, and for that you have to again go to admin and then configuration and details. Okay, let me check. No, you have to go to configuration and then domain. Alright, so configuration and then mail setup, domain, and then what does it say? Go to edit. Alright, so go to edit, and now at the bottom of next page you should find DKIM key. So let me see whether it's any DKIM keys here. So I couldn't see any DKIM key here. Alright, so basically if DKIM key is not present here, you need to go to configuration and details, and here usually you will land on this page, and then you have to go to configuration, and here you can see ARC/DKIM keys, and click on that, and here you can see like I have this domain but key is missing. So here I'll click on select domains with missing keys, and it will automatically fetch my domain name. And next is the selector, whether you want to continue with DKIM or you want to add your own selector. So I am just going to continue with DKIM, and then DKIM key length, you can either select 1024 or 2048. So I'll select 2048, click on add, and now the DKIM key has been generated. So it's that simple. So now DKIM key has been generated. You can explore other things as well if you like, and you can copy this DKIM key from here, go to your domain registrar, add new record, and then text, and in value you will paste that value, and in host you have to type your selector, which is DKIM dot underscore and then domain key. So if it's like confusing, you can always come to this article, and you can see in host you can copy this part, and in value obviously you get you can copy value from here. So yeah, it's here, from here, and then save it in DNS registrar. Alright, so next step is to create DMARC record. For that I'll copy this part and I'll click on add record and then text and then DMRC, and then I'll copy this one. In value I have to paste this. So after here replace example.org with your domain name. So in learn.in. Alright, and save it. Next you need to add one more record, and that is SPF, and so I'll copy this. I'll go to domain registrar, then text record, in host @ in value I'll paste this one and save it. Alright, so now all records set. It's time to do some testing. So let's compose one, write a new message. Now here I'll open mail tester in next tab, and I'll copy this to subject test, and this is test email. Alright, after that send. Now mail has been sent, and if I refresh this page, okay, it's going to take some time. So let's come back to MailCow, and here you can further explore MailCow. It's a very good system, and here you can see like routing, system mails, queue manager, and also if you go to mail setup, here you can further do you can further explore. Here you can see resources and aliases. If you want to create domain aliases, you can create, or you can simply create user alias, and address rewriting, filters, and everything. Means it's loaded with features. So whatever you have imagined, you can do it from MailCow. So now I think, yeah, mail has been reached, and here you can see you are properly authenticated. Now before I close this, I must tell you that don't forget to set your reverse DNS, and for that reverse DNS, go to Contabo or whoever is your VPS provider, and then go to reverse DNS, click on this pencil icon, and then update PTR record. Alright, so since my reverse DNS is set, so I haven't got any warning here, and you can see everything is perfect. And for SMTP details, you can again come back to this, go to mailboxes, and you can see allowed protocols. You can also activate, deactivate from here. So let me go to Gmash and do the SMTP test. Obviously I know you will be using it for SMTP, so why not test it from here. And then port has to be 587, security should be TLS, username, alright, and then the password from email address and 2. So let's open another tab of mail tester and test it. Alright, so let's if security TLS wouldn't work, then okay, it's working. Okay, mail is queued, and I think if I go to MailCow and go to configuration details and in queue manager, okay, it's like it's not queued here, it's been sent out. So let's so here you can get 10 by 10. So for SMTP details, it's SMTP server, which is mail.your-domain, then port 587, security TLS, username that you created to login, and then the password, and that's it. So this is everything about MailCow, and the best thing about MailCow is that you don't have to separately install SSL certificate. You can see like SSL certificate installs automatically, and you don't have to execute lots of command, and it's fully feature loaded. So coming to my this 10 software to make your own SMTP or your self-hosted SMTP server. Like I already have discussed Jimra, I have discussed Mail in a Box, I have discussed iRedMail. Today I discussed MailCow, and let me refresh this page. I'll discuss Docker Mail Server in some other video, and I'll also demonstrate MailU installation, and I'll not discuss this Moldova, though this is a great script to build a mail server. And I already have discussed PowerMT, which is premium software, and then Green Arrow. I don't have a Green Arrow, I don't have access to Green Arrow, so I can't discuss it. So this one is premium software, and I think they provide trial. I'll try. If I am able to get a trial, then I'll demonstrate that as well. So this is pretty much for this video, and see you in the next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.